wanted to talk about what you feel about the Iconnect, how it can help, and the sense of having the new heart companion is what we're calling the pendant, that will have most of the internal structure of the Iconnect within it, plus it has a few more antenna systems. It has two sides.
I think it's a really great way for those individuals who are trying to say to connect to their higher selves or to pure source as a tool to use to go forward. Whether you do like for example, religion is that connection point for some people, or spirituality or whatever. But this just gives you, like, say, a solid tool, because some people need that, as you said, higher and higher, to start you out, kind of like a stepping stone, from what I see. So it'll greatly enhance, like, say, what I do with you, not you, Gregory, but with individuals who I work on. It would greatly enhance that experience of connecting faster or easier.
Absolutely.
So.
And one of the things I think that works so well with your work and our work is that integration of the work is the most important part of it. You have the actual session, but then what do you do with it? How does it actually become a force in your life? And so our tools are giving people something that helps them stay connected to source and stay connected to the work that you've worked with them. And that is going to just make an opening so that there's greater progression and a continuation of the advancement that they're seeking.
Right. And just like jewelry or crystals, I charge jewelry or crystals or purify them for individuals. Your Iconnect is just more in tune. So it just holds the energy or the frequency that I instill for those individuals, specifically for them, into them, and it'll stay with them longer, because again, crystals, metals, and especially with all the antennas that are in there that I'm just kind of picking up, will hold that frequency much purer, much longer, much stronger. So I think the sessions that I do would actually extend further out, or the effects of the sessions that I do. So.
Absolutely. And another important thing is that in today's world, all the technologies that we've created that work with electromagnetic frequencies and generate those frequencies in the environment, and all the things that we do around internal combustion engines and fossil fuels, that all creates toxins, and those toxins impede our connection with higher self. They disconnect us. That's part of the issue of why they're bad for us. But with the pendant, you're able to, an individual that has the pendant or the Iconnect on their person, they're able to stay connected on those higher realms. They aren't disconnected by the toxins, or sometimes even their own emotions, their own judgments. When you're in that space in your head, you disconnect from the bigger part of yourself, that love that you are, and that's where you're working from. That's where you're bringing that energy in. So it makes it easier for them to stay connected, to be receptive to the changes, to be receptive to those higher energies, because it's not being blocked by their environment, their internal environment, their external environment, because of the pendant.
That is so true. I kind of see it from a different perspective, but the same. We get to the same point. I call it auric fields, and there's auric fields, universal auric fields, world auric fields, government auric fields. Everything has like this field that basically works on you or affects you. So the more independent you are of your own and create that field around you, connected to pure source or whatever you want to call that, and that pendant will help you generate that field much stronger for you, much more, say, potent, much more complete. And the important thing is, it's your own field. that you want to be connected to.
Right.
Because if you don't have an auric field of your own, you're going to be like 97, 98% of the population of the world that just gets, hammered every time, say, something happens. And that's where those people who, if there's bad news out in the world as a generality, or a cataclysmic situation coming up, they get sick, they get ill, and they don't know why. That's because, again, they're tapping into the auric fields of other people, other, universes, whatever it is. And the important thing is to generate your own personal connection to pure source. So you create that field, so no matter where you are, no matter what happens out in the world, you stay strong, and then you're always abundant too.
Yeah.
And that's where those people who are abundant at all times, no matter what happens, that's basically why they are the way they are.
Nicely said. Another way that we talk about this also is with focus. Some of the feedback that we're getting on this and some of the other tools is that people can stay focused in a very precise way where they're not so distracted because they are generating their own auric field, just like you've said.
Right.
And that focus is getting more and more important because there's so much that's going on around us and so much that's calling us to really stand up and be present. So the ability to really present ourselves full on with the soul expressing itself is greatly enhanced. And the new pendant, and one of the reasons, Mas, that we're calling it the Heart Companion is because, as you well know, now is the time where we're coming from our heart. It's
right.
not just our mental, our thoughts, our consciousness. It's really the integration from the heart, so that the soul can truly lead the way. And this pendant, when you get to feel it, you're going to love it because it just brings us into that space that is so critical now.
That's really the key, is holding those frequencies for you.
Yeah, it's much better than a crystal, much better than, and the reason a crystal works is because of its molecular structure. It's set up to have the lattice, the space to do that, but we've done that even at a more refined level inside the Iconnect with the shapes and with the particular molecular lattices that we work with in there. It totally reinforces everything that's coming through you to help hold the field, to help focus the field, to help allow the field to continue to resonate in a much, much stronger way.
True.
So
yes,
that's what we're doing, and it's it's always going to keep growing because everything we're doing, all of us, it keeps expanding. We keep learning more. We keep discovering more. And, that's the joy of being in a human body, is to be able to continue to grow, to continue to learn. And that's what keeps us young. Just like a child is so into the wonder of the world. And that's the joy of where we're going right now, into that place of wonder where nature is just incredible. Human beings are just amazing. And to be able to continually have that edge of excitement of what's going to be, unfolding in my life today, and to be able to express that from that place of love and joy, that's where we're all going in our sharing, in our work together.
You say it so nicely, Greg. That's so nice.
Thank you. And you that's why we get along so well together, because we're both connecting to that same thing and say the same words and the same heartfelt feelings in slightly different ways, and it's the same explosion of creativity and love that we're wanting to share with the world.
Right. That is so true. I couldn't have said it any better.